Hello and welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me in this Paletteful Packs August 2022 unboxing. If you don't know, Paletteful Packs is a monthly subscription service of art supplies ranging from pens to paint, and in every box you get everything you need to create a work of art. Now let's see what's inside this box. The one I'm subscribed to is the Premier Pack, which is the biggest of the boxes available, and I'm going to first find my sticker and stick it in my sketchbook to begin some swatches. The first item I see is the Nitram liquid charcoal, retailing for $25.99. I was really excited when I saw this item because it's huge, so I felt like the value and the quality was going to be really good, but unfortunately I was unable to swatch or use this item because mine came damaged. The paint had exploded and it seemed like the tube came apart. So I'm going to reach out to Paletteful and see what happens, which means I'm unable to use the two brushes that came in this box, being the Simply Simmons long handle bristle brush, retailing for $5.55, and we also received a Princeton Heritage synthetic sable watercolor and acrylic brush, retailing for $17.10. We also received 3 pencils, a Lyra Rembrandt carbon charcoal grease pencil, retailing for $2.25, and I feel like I've used it before, but honestly I don't really remember. We also have a General Pencil charcoal pencil, retailing for $1.66. I love these, by the way. They are really great quality charcoal pencils. They're great for making super dark lines and filling in dark areas. And lastly, a Stabile Carbothello pastel pencil in white, retailing for $2.35. They claim to be light proof, break resistant, blendable, and partially soluble, although I don't really care too much about the soluble part. And for our last medium, we have a Nitram Academy, I think is called, charcoal in grade B, retailing for $8.99. I'm not sure if Nitram is student or artist grade, but it does provide a nice deep black for adding dimension to your work. Next is a Tombow black mono plastic eraser, retailing for $1.12. I love these erasers. I personally think they're great, and I also love how it doesn't get really dirty and gross looking over time. We also received a chamois, retailing for $3.25. It's a very soft and absorbent cloth, kind of like a sturdier tissue type of texture, and it's meant for blending pastels and charcoal. And for our surface, we have a 9" by 12" Canson XL sand grain dry mixed media pad in gray, retailing for $11.40, and it also came damaged from the paint, but it does have some pages that are not stained by it, so I'll be working on this paper. Now that the box is empty, let's go ahead and follow the prompt for self-portrait while I talk about my thought and opinions on this box. Firstly, I'm pretty bummed out about not being able to use the charcoal paint because of the mess, but we'll just have to make the best of it. I used the Lyra pencil for my initial sketch, and it was really hard to sharpen and the point kept breaking off, so I just left it alone and worked with just kind of like a little stump, and it ended up working out fine. Besides that, there's really no other complaints that I can have for a pencil. I do love the General's pencil though. I used it to block in some of my values and was so far very happy with the way that the portrait was coming along. I kind of felt like I got the proportions right. But then when I tried to dirty up the paper with the chamois, it basically erased everything that I had put in. So I tried to use the charcoal to put in my values again, thinking that this time it would kind of stay put. But then when I wiped it, erased all of it. And my line art started to become super faint. So I started to lose the likeness, or at least I felt like I was losing it. And I started getting annoyed because it was working more like an eraser than like a blender. So I adapted and instead started using my finger to dirty up the paper and then used the chamois to bring out the lights. And once I started working like this, I really enjoyed the materials in the box. And I began working to get the likeness back, which I don't think I did. This is my second self-portrait, and this time I had my eyes open, so it was a little weird to draw myself, because you know how they say that our brain perceives how we look differently than what we do look in real life? Kind of like how our voice recordings always sound different from what we hear when we actually are talking. It's just an overall weird process, but it's a step closer for me creating a self-portrait from a mirror, which is next on my list. Overall, I do think it's a good box. I do think that it's a little too close to last month's box, which was a graphite box. I wish that we had a more colorful box this month. It's a good box. It's just too similar to last month's box. Otherwise, I think my favorite item was the white Stabilo pencil. That thing shines so bright. It really brings your artwork to life. My only suggestion would be to not overuse it, because it then starts to become overwhelming, or it can become overwhelming compared to the rest of your piece. You really only want to use it to accent your work, like really use it for those highlights that you really want to bring out. Or I guess you can use it however you want to. There's no right or wrong after all in art. You do what you want to do. But that's all that I have on this box. I know it's a super short video. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!